Hello everyone, welcome to the CSIR Net Mathematics July 2024. Today I will explain you how you can solve the statistics portions from the part B. Myself Dr. Harish Garg, you can follow my YouTube channel where you can find the two different playlists. One is related to the probability and statistics. You can see that various lectures, how you can tackle the problem and solve the problem with the help of the shortcut tricks. There is one more playlist called as the CSR UGC Net. In this playlist, you can see the complete solution of the July 2024 along with the shortcut tricks and other lectures related to the preparation of how you can prepare the CSR Net PY question series with the help of shortcut. Kindly subscribe my YouTube channel so that when I upload my next video, you will get the notification. Let P, I can take an P is my 2. Fine. So your points are x0, x1 and x2. They are my IID. Such that their mean is 0, variance is 1, yi are defined to be this. So P is my 2. The first principal component. How you can define the first principal component? It will be E transpose into Y. What is the E transpose? That will be my normalized eigenvalue, eigenvector corresponding to, so since I need a first, so corresponding to the first largest eigenvalue. So that means your target is to find the eigenvalue. Firstly, what is your y1? Y1 is x0 plus x1 based on this rule. Y2 will be x0 plus x2. Then can you define the covariance matrix corresponding to the y1 and y2? So this is y1, y2, y1, y2. What is the variance of y1? So that is the variance of x0, variance of x1 because they are independent. So variance of x0, x1, 1 and 1. Similarly, variance of y2, y2 is 1. What is the covariance of y1 and y2? So that is a x0, x0, variance is 1, x0, x2 because they are independent. So rest values are my 0, 1 and 1. Now, can you find the eigenvalues? So clearly say the row sum of this matrix is my 3. So one of the eigenvalue is my 3. Again, you can see that trace is my 4. So the other eigenvalue is my 1. So what is the largest eigenvalue? Largest eigenvalue is my 3. So I can find the eigenvector corresponding to my 3. So that will be my minus 1, 1, 1, minus 1. 2 minus 3 diagonal will be subtracted from the eigenvalue. It is a x into y will be 0. So clearly say it is x is equal to y. So your eigenvector is my 1 comma 1. Fine. Now your target is to find the normalized eigenvector. So what will be my normalized eigenvector? So normalized eigenvector will be, what is the length of this? 1 over 1 square plus 1 square into 1 1. What is the y? P is my 2, so y1 y2. Now if you multiply them, it is my y1 plus y2. So clearly say root is written in the denominator. So first option is the correct option, rest options are cancelled. You can see that it's a very simple approach and you can easily tackle in your examinations. Don't forget to like and comment on this video. Consider the distribution of the probability mass functions where theta is my unknown, frequency, observe count, that is called as the frequency, and your target is to find the likelihood function. So xi is fine, I varies from 1 to n. So very simple because x has the 3 values. So when x is equal to 0, the value will be by 1 minus this. Clear? Second, when x is equal to 1, the answer is half. When x is equal to 2, this is my theta upon 2 over the frequency count. Now this count, this summation is for the each case different because they have the different frequency count. So what is the count for the first case is corresponding to theta is equal to x is equal to 0. The frequency count is my 20. Similarly, what is the frequency count for the theta is equal to x is equal to 1 is my 30 and this is my 50. Now my target is to find the value of theta. You can consider only those values which are dependent on the theta only. So one term this, second term this one. Now you can take the logarithms and then use the partial derivative plus 50 times log of theta. So you can take the derivative. So this will be minus 20 over 1 minus theta plus 50 over theta is equal to 0. Now that's it. I think that's over. Now you can easily solve this value. Plus 50 minus 50 theta is equal to 0. So that will give you 70 theta is equal to 50. So theta is my 5 over 7 is the right answer of this problem. You can see that it's a very simple way, but I must recommended you must watch about my this lecture on the PY questions on the MLE. All I have explained with the shortcut tricks, you will be able to tackle each question related to the MLE in a very simple manner. Don't forget to like and comment on the video. Let P is the point which is chosen on the line segment AB, which is of length alpha. Any point P, the length is my alpha. Let Z1 and Z2 denotes the length of AP and BP. Then your target is to find the Z1 minus Z2. Very simple. What is the Z1? I consider instead of the Z1, I consider the X. Then what is the range of this X? X will be from 0 to alpha because it lies between AB. What is Z2? If this is my X, this is alpha minus X. Fine. Again, when X lies between 0 to alpha, alpha minus X is also lies between 0 to alpha. So therefore, what is my Z1 minus Z2? This number will be my 2x minus alpha. Now your target is to find the modulus value. I can take the modulus. So I consider this is my H. Then your target is, what is your target? Your target is to find the E of H. And how you can find that? If I know which distribution is my H, then you can easily find the mean. Now, what is my X? X follows my uniform distribution over the domain 0 to alpha. Then what is my mode of X or X minus A will also follow the uniform distribution of the 0 to alpha. Fine. Then this will follows my uniform distribution of 0 to alpha. Once it's a uniform distribution of 0 to alpha, what is the mean of the uniform distribution? A plus B over 2 is my right answer of this problem. That's a simple way you must remember this case. How you can remember that? You can, for more practice, you must watch about my sampling distribution PY question series. This is the first method. There is one more method. If you don't remember that in the examination, what is my distributions of that, then instead of that, how you can solve that? You can break this into the two components, 2x minus alpha, whenever x is my greater than equal to alpha, and minus 2x plus alpha, sorry, alpha by 2, and whenever it is less than equal to alpha by 2. Then your target is to find the expected value of the H. So that means expected value of this. So how you can do that? It will be alpha by 2 to into 2x minus into fx. What is the fx? Because it follows the uniform distribution. So what is the fx? PDF of the fx is 1 over alpha plus, from this case is from 0 to alpha by 2 minus 2x plus alpha. Now you can integrate them, you will get the same right answers. You can see what is the integration of this? It is x square minus alpha x from alpha by 2 to alpha. It is minus x square plus alpha x from 0 to alpha by 2. So that will be 1 over alpha. If you substitute alpha is a 0. If you substitute minus alpha by 2, it's minus alpha square by 4 plus alpha square by 4, 0 will be 0. Now clearly say minus minus plus, it will be twice, that is alpha square by 2, and clearly say again the answer is same, C is my right answer. So you can, if you remember that what is the shortcut tricks as I mentioned you about the distribution, then you can simply say this follows the uniform distribution and then you can get the mean as a straightforward. Okay, the expected number of the distinct units in the simple random of 3 with replacement. Fine. Your target is to find the expected value. Which things come in your mind when you think about the with replacement? That is a binomial distribution. Fine. Whenever they are talking about the without the replacement, then you are talking about the hypergeometric distributions. Now, once it's a with the replacement, that's a binomial. What is the expected mean? What is the mean of the binomial distribution? That is the n into p. In this case, n will be my 100. What is the p? My target is to find the value of p. Fine. Now, what is a P? Now you can see that. First of all, what is the meaning of this statement? These are my 100 units. Now, which 3 units you can draw? Which 3 units? You may draw first 3 units, you may draw the last 3 units, or you may draw the first unit is here, second unit is the last one, third one is from middle one. So that means there may be possible that the any of the unit is repeating, but how many times, the number of times the repetitions will occur, or maximum number of times the unit will be selected, 3 times. Fine. Now, if I assume x, let me write clearly again at from the upside. I can assume xi is my 1, otherwise 0. 1, if I say if my ith unit is selected during the 3 draw, otherwise else 0. Fine. Now the maximum number of times is selected as my 3k. Then this p is my probability of ith unit selected at least once. Why I taken as a at least one? Because if I taken does not taken as a at least one, then the random variable is 0, probability will be 0. So at least one will be, I can say, out of 3 draw. Fine. So I can say, or I can say, what is the probability of 1 unit selected? What is the probability of the 1 unit selected is 1 over 100. What is the probability that no unit selected? It is my 99 over 100. So it is a at least, I can take it as a 1 minus no unit selected out of the 3. So that means I can taken all are my replacement. So 99 over 100, 99 over 100, 99 over 100. Fine. So this is my P. I can substitute this value, or because this is my probability, and if you want to find the expected value, so I can taken this is expected value of the xi's. I varies from 1 to 100. That is the mean. Otherwise, once we know that it's a binomial distribution, that's over. I can substitute this part is 1 minus 99 over 100 cube. So clearly say the second is my right answer of this problem. Fine. Second method. This is the first method. Second method, if you are using the shortcut tricks, because it is related to the binomial distribution. Now, because the items are repeated, it may possible that then the expected value will be n into p. The probability will be 1 minus 1 over n raised to power. What is the small n? Small n is the number of the units drawn. Fine. And capital N is the total number of the units. So clearly say the total number of units are my 100. 1 minus 100 is 99 over 100, and that how many units you have to draw? 3. So that is again the same answer of this problem. So that's on your choice whether you want to use as a shortcut tricks, or either you can draw like based on the binomial distribution. I hope you can like, comment and share this video with your friends as well. Okay, now consider the random variable, whether the random variable is discrete or continuous. It is not given anyhow. Then the value of this probability. If you remember that, what is the shortcut tricks? What is the how you can express that? This is FB minus FA. Make sure the equality must be there only on this upper side. Now in this case, equality is not there. I can add the equality and subtract the probability component. Fine. The second is how you can find the probability at a single point. Probability at the single point is f of a minus f of a negative. Now that's over. I can use this formula. So it is f of 3 over 4 minus f of 1 over 3 plus probability at x is equal to 0, that is f of 0 negative plus probability at x is equal to 3 by 4, 3 by 4 minus 3 by 4 negative. Now that's over. You can substitute the value. 3 by 4 lies in this case, so it's a 3 by 4 plus 1, 7 over 4, that's a 7 over 12. 1 over 3 is again lies in this case, so it's a 4 over 3 and into 3 4 over 9. F of 0, equality is 0 lies in this case, it is a 1 over 3. 0 minus lies in this case, it is my 0. 3 by 4 and minus 3 by 4 both lies in this case, so the answer will always be the same. Otherwise you can see that it's a 7 over 12 minus 7 over 12. Now you can take the LCM. It's a 36 is my LCM. 12 into 3, 9 into 4 plus, so that will be my 17 over 36 is the right answer of this problem. And you can see that it's a very simple way you can solve this problem in a very less second time. Don't forget to like and comment on this video. As I mentioned you in my each of these videos, whenever you are watching the PY question of the probability and statistics, I always mention you read the statement very carefully. For example, here, what kind of the events are there? Whether they are independent or dependent, they are not given to you. So that's on your choice whether you want to take an independent or not. Again, this is one of the easiest question. You can see that first option, A1 condition A2, A2. How you can prove or disprove them? If I prove that, if I consider the A1, A2, A3 in such a way, this value will be my 0 and these values are my positive, then definitely this option will be cancelled out. Fine, because positive number can never be less than equal to 0. So that's a very simple how you can make them as a 0. So consider this is my sample space. Fine, I consider this is my A1. Now A1 condition A2. So I consider this is my A2. So this is my A1 intersection A2 divided by, so I can say probability of A1 condition A2 has some value which is my non-zero. I also need as a A2 condition A3. I choose A2 condition A3. Again, I can see A2 condition A3 is my non-zero. Fine. But A1 condition A3, you can see that I can choose any of these three sets. So clearly say what is the value of the A1 condition A3, because intersection is my phi. A1 intersection A3 is my phi. There is no given that whether they are disjoint or not. It can be any events. So that means the right hand side is 0. It has some non-zero value. It has some non-zero value and it can never be less than equal to 0. The first option is cancelled out. Similarly, the same example I can choose for this case. Fine. I can say this number is my x which is non-zero. This is my y which is non-zero. So again this option is cancelled. Now A1 intersection A3 is 0 and the product is my non-zero and it's a greater than. It can be fine. Okay. Now we can think about the another examples. If you look about that, it's a A2, A2. All are my same. So if I look about the firstly second option, P of A1 into P of A3 is greater than or equal to P of A1 intersection A3. That's very simple. Easily you can discard them. Why? Because we all know by using the Bonfroni inequality, what is the intersection probability? It is greater than of sum of the probabilities minus n minus 1. What is the n? Number of the units you have taken. In this case, I have taken n is my 2. So I can substitute this value. It is greater than of P of A1, P of A3 minus 2 minus 1 is 1. I consider this number is x, this number is y. X into y is greater than of x plus y minus 1. So clearly say if I take x is common, then y minus 1 is greater than y minus 1. Because probability strictly lies between 0 and 1, so y minus 1 will be cancelled out. X is greater than equal to 1, which is not possible because x is the probability of the A1 which lies between 0 and 1. So this option is also cancelled. The only option left behind is my C is the right answer of this problem. Again, how? Again, very simple, because it's a conditional probability. I can write this number is in this manner. Now, if I apply the union probability, what is the formula for the A1 union A3? It is P of A1 P of A3 minus P of intersection. Now, this P of A1 intersection A2 is always greater than 0. So what is the value of this P of A1? If I consider this is A1 A3 minus A1 union A3. This is the answer of A1 intersection A3, and this number is greater than 0. Yes, this option is the final. And if you want to take a conditional probability, you can take it as a conditional as well. So C is my right answer. Okay, look at this another one. Let xi's are the random samples from the distribution of this. Theta is my unknown parameter. The prior is defined the base estimator based on the scared loss error. Very easy question. If you already watch my this lecture, that is called as the base estimator, you can get your answer in a couple of seconds. How? You can define the likelihood function firstly you can take an f, which is my theta x raised to power theta over x. Choose only those terms which involvement of the unknown parameter, that's a theta. So I can take an this is theta into x raised to power theta. So how you can define the likelihood? It's the product of theta into x raised to power theta, and product is varies from the 1 to 10. Fine. So what will happen, because it is xi, so I can take this is the theta raised to power 10 product of xi's raised to power theta. Prior, this is my prior is given as a theta into e raised to power minus theta. So can you find the posterior? So I can find the posterior by multiply them. It is theta raised to power 11 e raised to power minus theta product of xi's raised to power theta. Now, what is the scared loss error? That is, you have to find the mean of these distributions. So can you let me know which distribution it follows? Which things come in your mind when you look about the x theta raised to power something, e raised to power something? That will follow the gamma distribution. Fine. So I can convert this component into the gamma. Firstly, I can consider this term is my h. So I can return this number is theta e raised to power. This number is my h raised to power theta. I can write this is in terms of exponential. This is e of ln h raised to power theta. So I can say this is e raised to power minus theta e raised to power theta times ln of h. So that means e raised to power minus theta is a common 1 minus ln of h. Now can you let me know which distribution it follows? It follows the gamma distribution with the parameter n plus 1 and 1 minus ln of h. Fine. Now once you know it's a gamma distribution, so what will be the scared error load? That's a mean. So what is the mean of the gamma distribution? If the gamma distribution has the parameter alpha and beta, the mean will be alpha over beta. So that will be 12 over 1 minus ln of h. H is my product of xi's. So clearly say first of all 12 over. So they are not given. So 12 over what is that? This I can written as a summation part. So A is my right answer of this problem. You must watch about my this PY question of the base estimator. You will get your answer in a couple of seconds in the similar manner. For more practice, you must watch about that. Okay, this is the Markov chain as I already explained you in my this part. But anyhow, I will explain you again because your target is to find the absorbing state. Start from the state 4. So let Pi is the probability that start from the state I will reach on the closed state 0, 3. Fine, will reach at the absorbed state. So my target is to find the value of the P4. Clear? So how you can find the P0? Because there are the states of the P4. I can write these equations. Now, what is that? 0, 3 is the absorbed state. So the probability of the 0, probability of the 3 is my 1. Fine, because 0 is already belongs to the my absorbing state. Now, what is the probability of the 1? Is it possible that you can go 1 to 0 or 1 to 3 in any way? No, because 1 is my absorbing state. You can never go 1 to the 0. You can never possible go from the 1 to 0. The probability of the 1 is my 0. Is it possible you can go from 1 to either the 0 or to the 3? Yes, I can go from 1 to 2 to the 0. So I can write this probability is 2 over 3 into P0 plus 2 over 3 into P1. Fine. Now what is the answer of this? Clearly say P0 is my 1, P1 is my 0, so P2 will be my 2 over 3. P3 is already 1. P4, I can write the P4 is 1 over 8 into P0, 1 over 8 into P1, 1 over 2 into P2, 1 over 8 P3. This is a divide sign. Fine. It may be the typing error that is a double division sign, but that's fine. Now P0 is my 1, so I can write for you where I can write here P4. This is also P4. I can take on the left hand side. It's a 7 over 8. P0 is my 1. P1 is my 0. P2 is my 2 over 3. So that will be my 1 over 3. Fine. Because I can substitute 2. 2 will be cancelled. P3 is my 1. So it is my 1 over 8. So what is the answer of this problem? So it's a 24 is that I can say it's a 2 over 4. That's a 1 over 4. 1 over 3. So that will be 7 over 12. So 7 over 8. Fine. Where is the error? Something is error. Just wait. Just wait. I think I did my calculation mistake. Let me quickly do that. I have obtained P0 is my 1. P1 is my 0. P2 1 over 3 into P0. Yes, 1 over 3. I mistakenly written as a 2 by 3. Then P3 is my 1. Then I can written as a P4. P4 will be 1 over 8 P0. P0 is my 1 plus 1 over 8 into P1. P1 is 0. 1 over 2 into 1 over 3. That's a 1 over 6. 1 over 8 into P3 and 1 over 8 into P4. So you can see that 7 over 8 into P4, it is 1 over 4 plus 1 over 6. 1 over 8 plus 1 over 8 is 1 over 4. 12 is the LCM. So 3 plus 2, 5. So 7 over 8 into P4. So what is my P4? 5 over 12 into 8 over 7. So 4, 3, 4, 2. So 10 over 21 is the right answer of this problem. So it's a very simple. That's the absorbing Markov chain. Okay, look at this another one. Let x1 and x2 are the random samples from the normal distributions and the mean is mu sigma square. Find the confidence level of this. I think this is simple that you can do it by on. What is given to you? What is that? It's a confidence interval. Have you watched my these lectures on the PY question of the confidence interval? If yes, you can do it easily. So what is given to you? Xi square divide. Okay, I can firstly start with the xi. Xi follows my normal distribution. What I told you every time, whenever you have written the square, you always look about the chi-square. Divided by sigma square will follows my chi-square of 1. So what does it mean? If I add them, x1 square plus x2 square divided by sigma square, it follows my chi-square of 2 degree of freedom. Fine. Now, if I consider this quantity is my y, this number is my y. So then this number is y over sigma square. According to the statement, this is c into y is the confidence interval of sigma square is my 0.95. This is given to you. Then since I need a y over sigma square, so I can divide it by y sigma square on the both side. It will be 1 over c, which is my 0.95. So this quantity y over sigma square, it follows my chi-square of 2 degree of freedom. It is 1 over c. Fine. Now, have you got the idea? Yes, it's a CDF of 1 over c of the distribution chi-square of 2 degree of freedom. So what is the CDF of 2 degree of freedom? 2 degree of freedom, that means P is less than equal to X is my 1 minus X over 2. So I can substitute this value. This left side will be 1 minus X will be my half 1 over C, 1 over 2C is my 0.95. So it is a 0.05 is e raised to power minus 1 over. First of all, it's a 0.05, 0.95 will be cancelled out. I can take on the logarithm. So ln of 0.05 is my minus 1 over 2c. C will be minus 1 over 2 ln of 0.05. So C is my right answer of this problem. It's very simple. You have to watch my this complete playlist. I am very sure that you will be more confident while solving any of the question related to the statistics. Okay, look at this another one. Xi's are the random samples with the PMF or the power of the most powerful test. You have to define the likelihood function. Find L of H1 divided by L of H0. I call this is say my lambda. Fine. Now look at that. The domains are not matching. Fine. So you have the two case. The first case is the case one is when axis lies between 0 and 2, and case 2 is when axis lies between otherwise 0. So I can take x is my greater than of 2. Fine. So when x lies between 0 and 2, what is the value of the lambda? Because they are the two samples, what is the likelihood of the H1? 1 over 4 into 1 over 4 because they are independent. Divided by H0. H0 is my half into half. That is my 1 over 4, which is a constant. It is independent of the x and y. Similarly, corresponding to this case, when x is greater than 2, likelihood of the H1 lies in between them, 1 over 4 into 1 over 4. When x is greater than 2, the likelihood my 0, that will be my infinity. Fine. So what does it mean? Once you obtain the two values, then your target is to find the powers. So first of all, your target is to find the critical region because they are my constants and this value is my maximum. Fine. So my critical region is x is greater than equal to 2. Fine. Now because you have the two random sample, so your critical region is my x1 is greater than equal to 2, x2 no sorry is a strictly greater than, because otherwise equality will be appear at this case strictly, and then your target is to find the power. So what is the power? Power is when critical region x2 is greater than 2 provided h1 is my true. So you have to find the probability of this under the case of h1. So I can write this number is 1 minus, because they are independent, I can write this is my probability of x1 less than 2. Which distribution is there? That is my uniform distribution, and the uniform distribution is my, what is the x1 less than 2? X minus, what is the probability of x1 less than 2? Can you find this value quickly? Or otherwise you can integrate them from 0 to 2 of 1 over 4. So that will be my 2 over 4. Again this is 2 over 4. So that will be half. So that will be 3 over 4. That is 0.75. So 0.75, this is the only number which is near to the 0.75. But I think 0.75 is the right answer. But if you are in the examination, you can put as this the most nearest value. So you can put as the third is the correct answer. Okay, look at this another one. The analyst consider the standard values observation C, S and Ti, C, S and Ti, each having the mean 0 and variance 1. Consider the relation D of I, which is C plus S. Now they are talking about the regression, simple linear regression. The linear regression of the regression coefficients, that is a B of Di on Ti is my 0.8. Regression of Di on the C is my 0.5. Regression coefficient S on the T is my 0.4. If there are 21 sample observations, n is my 21, sample covariance is division by n minus 1. Then the value of the sum of the square residue, sum of the square residue in the di over the s. So you are talking about the di over the s. I think that's over. That's simple because I have a di over the c. Fine. So I think there is no need of this. So what is the line of the regression? We all know that this is the byx x plus c. Fine. This is the meaning. Now can you find the variance of the y? Variance of y will be byx square. Variance of the x means c. Variance of the c is my 1. Byx will be my zero point 0.5 square. Fine. So now that's over. So that I can say r square plus sum of the square of the residual. It is sum of the square of the total. And the total value I have obtained. This is my total value is 1. R square I have obtained as a 0.25 plus sum of the squares of the residual is my 1. Sum of the square of the residual is my 0.75. Now I can write the sum of the square of residual is xi minus x bar square divided by is division by 20. This number is my 0.75. So what is the answer of this? It's a 20 into 0.75. So 7 2 14 115. So 15 is my appropriate answer of this problem. I think C is the right answer of this problem. I hope you can like and subscribe my YouTube channel and must watch about my this. If you are the part of the statistics student, you must watch about my these lectures. And if you want to find a complete solution of the CSIR net, you must watch about my these two plays. I hope you can like, share, and comment on this video. And please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks for the support. Best of luck, students.